This conference will now be recorded.
So we discussed about what is financial modeling, sir, and what is data in financial modeling. So we have completed almost everything. Nothing, almost no. We have completely done with the things. So till now also people did not understood, girls, what is data in financial modeling.
It gives value to our future estimation.
Yes, the present information, whatever I have. So the case studies you saw, no? So we had some basic information about that case. So based on which we solved it. So that is called as data in this. So here we discussed about the 5 different types of things like buying the franchisee. So we too did with the Toyota model, how to apply with the franchisee. If I wanted to buy the contract, so if I wanted to invest in the share markets, if I wanted to acquire the DLF infra, so these were some of the things. So why do we need financial modeling? So now I hope you people must be having some idea. Initially you did not know why it is used and all. So now after gaining so much of knowledge, if you have to tell why do we need financial model?
It gives better insight about our future business.
Very good. So where I will be able to analyze. So before I start with the business also, whatever the basic information I have, so I'll be able to calculate if I am making the investment in this business. So after 5 years, so where my business will be, in what ratio I'm going to gain the profit, that also we get to know. So that is why we need financial modeling. Okay. So here we had discussed about the annual process planning, financing, radical changes in the volume, cash insufficiencies, business expansions, new ventures. So here most of the things we have done it in financial modeling. So what does financial modeling means? Representation of an entity's financial statements and accounts. So here we worked on the financial statement like income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statements. So you got some idea how it actually works. And when we were including that one in the case studies, how it works. So you must have got some idea about it. So here we did with FMCG, automobile manufacturing sector, IT sector, telecom. So here we did with FMCG, automobile. So basically we have done with all the mixture of it, isn't it? So 5 reasons why we need the financial modeling for any startups. So here whatever they have given, so we have come across this one, so we will get a proper analytical lens. It is to framework for thinking through business in an objective, the critical manner, and construct number around each assumption. So here we have done that assumptions also, operating roadmap. So here we will be working on the what might happen, when it will happen, what it will cost. So everything we have worked accordingly. So risk assessment, identifying the key levels. So we were able to analyze what are the risk factors that might occur. So scenario exploration models allow for multiple forms of really useful business model analysis. For example, so many things we have done, so I don't think I need to go in brief. So uses of model, so here to value a business activity, so helpful in planning the situation. So we came across the case study. So illa class MCC ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. One second girls, just be online. Sorry girls. Okay, so where we were. So uses of model. Did- So why do we need the model? To value a business activity, so helpful in planning the situations. So we will be able to analyze return on the money invested in the project, when the project will reach the cash positivity, so break even points, if the return is dash percentage, then what would be the cost of your business activities, how long project can survive without further investment. So all those things we got to know. So here when we were talking about uh, the historical informations, so first when we did with our financial statement, we were able to analyze how the balance sheet works, income statement, cash flow statement, and debt service and all. So analyzing the relationships, so growth rates, operating margins, new business, refinancing. So project based on sales cost and other, what are the revenue, cost of goods sold, operating margins, debt services. And then we were able to analyze the balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement, industry and ratio analysis we were able to do in this. So this was about the financial modeling. Then Excel. So any doubts related to the Excel interface? So Excel, what type of software it is? Which company has produced this software?
Microsoft.
Okay, what type of software it is?
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
Sorry,
Can you please repeat what you asked?
what type of software it is? Excel. It's a spreadsheet software. Are you able to hear my voice?
Oh,
Am I audible to you people?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so it's a spreadsheet system. So what are the features of Excel? Can you name some?
It has many formulas to which makes our work calculation easy.
Okay, what are functions and what are formulas in Excel?
Like we have some formulas, some product formulas, we have PMT function, and these all things.
So functions means system defined or predefined. Formulas are user defined. So in functions, if I have to tell, I can tell we have date and time function, text function, logical function, mathematical function, statistical function. Like this, we have different types of functions. Formulas means when I'm manipulating those functions, then it is called as formulas. I'm the end user, I'm manipulating those functions, then it is called as a formula. Okay. So then data validations, data securities. Okay, data types in Excel, if you see, we have four types of data in Excel. That is text, number, logical in the sense true or false, which are called as booleans. Means 60 to 70% of your Excel functions will give the output in the form of true or false. Furthermore, I need to manipulate it in order to get the output what is required. So then we have error. So error in Excel, we have different types of error. If I am able to identify the different types of error, I'll be able to sort out that mistakes also. So Excel files are called as,
Workbook,
and by default the Excel file name will be
workbook 1 or workbook 2.
One.
book one. So it will be book. By default it will be having the name as book. Okay. So how many number of sheets I can add in an Excel workbook?
255.
255 sheets I can add. So how many number of sheets will be available by
One.
default?
One sheet will be
One.
available.
Okay, how many number of rows and columns are there? How many number of rows are there?
10,48,576.
How many number of columns are there?
16,384.
So which is the last column? Can you name it? 16,384 column. The last column has an address. What is that?
Z Z Z.
XFD. It is XFD. Is XFD. That will be the last column. Okay. Seven most popular uses. So extensions of Excel. What is the basic extension of Excel?
.html.
Dot. What is the extension of Excel? Dot
Excel.
XLSX. SX. Okay, so if it is a macro enabled workbook, the extension will be .xlsm. If it is a binary workbook, .xlsb, where B stands for binary. Binary means what? If I am developing, if I am writing the programs using the code VBA, Visual Basics for Applications. So if I am working on that, then that particular file has to be stored as XLSB. And if I am creating a template, that is my invoice for my business purpose, then that has to be stored as .xltx. Okay, so these are some of the extensions in Excel. So these are the components. Just have a look. Okay, now let's go through the question paper. I wanted you people to tell the right answer. Okay, so I wanted you people to tell, then I will tell you the right answer what it is. So first one, which of the following is also known as current asset? Working capital, asset, invested capital, cash.
Cash.
Okay, what about others?
Cash, ma'am.
Cash.
Let's see the answer. It is working capital. Current asset.
Ma'am, working capital is current assets minus current liabilities, no, ma'am.
Hmm. It is also known as current asset. So it is already given here. Let's see how they are going to take. So according to me, that is cash only. If a company borrows money at a rate of 13.5%, the interest rate is referred as rate of equity, rate of capital, rate of debt, or PMT.
Rate of debt.
Rate of debt.
Okay, it is rate of debt. Okay. Which of the following is not part of current asset?
Car. Car.
Hmm?
Car.
Yeah, car. Correct. So goodwill is classified as which of the following asset?
Intangible.
Intangible. Intangible.
Tangible.
Intangible.
Intangible. Inventory account should be classified in which section of a balance sheet?
Current assets. Current assets.
Invent. Okay, let's see what answer they have given here. Current assets. Okay, very good. A company's asset reduced its asset by 40 rupees 40,000 and increased its liability to rupees 90,000. So its shareholder equity therefore increased by rupees 40,000, decreased by 90,000, increased by rupees 90,000, decreased by rupees 40,000.
Decreased by 40,000.
What about others?
Ma'am didn't
Decreased by
understand.
40,000.
Sorry?
Ma'am didn't understand the question.
A company's asset is reduced its asset by rupees 40,000. Okay, company assets have been reduced by rupees 40,000 and increased its liabilities to rupees 90,000. So its shareholder equity therefore will be increased by rupees 40,000. So if we are having the shareholder equity, so if I am decreasing by 40,000 in company assets and increase the liability, so then what it will be happening for your shareholder equity? It will be increased by 40,000, it will be decreased by 90,000, increased by rupees 90,000, or decreased by rupees 40,000. So if
Decreased
the
by
value of
rupees
assets
40.
is decreased, so let's see, it will be decreased by 40,000. Cost of goods available for sale consists of two elements: beginning inventory and cost of goods available for sale consists of two elements: beginning of inventory and, is it cost of goods sold, cost of goods purchased, closing stock, or none?
Cost of goods purchased.
Ma'am, there will be two,
What?
ma'am. Cost of goods purchased and closing stock also.
Okay, let's see. It is cost of goods purchased.
Ma'am, it's closing stock.
Ah, closing stock, sorry. So an investment of INR 8,000 becomes 60,000 INR in 5 years. What is the rate? 15%, 11%, 12%, 10%.
Ma'am, we have to use formula in this.
Yeah, if you know how to calculate it in the using the calculator or in the mobile, or you are using the laptop, you wanted to apply the PMT function, choice is yours. So exam like this type of question will be there. You check and tell.
Ma'am, can you please explain how we are going to solve it?
So you can use the PMT
Ma'am,
function.
ma'am,
Yes, ma.
ma'am, give 2 minutes before you explain, no, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, answer is 15%.
Okay, you use the calculator or PMT function.
Ma'am, PMT function.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, 15%.
Okay, let's see. It is 15%. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in rate. Okay. NPER is 5 years, comma PMT. So they have not mentioned any PMT over here. 0. Present value. So the investment of INR 8,000. So today I'm making the investment of 8,000 means minus 8,000. 8,000. Future value. So how much I'm getting? 16,000 I'm going to get. 16,000 end of the period. 15%. So here I have used rate. I wanted to find the rate. So it is as per the arguments. First I need to mention the NPER, PMT, present value, future value, what type. Retained profit is not called as profit before tax, in net income, retained earnings, unearned revenue.
Profit before tax.
Is not called as.
Profit before tax only, ma'am.
So it is profit before tax. Which of the following is not CFI? Buying a car, selling an equipment, raising loan, buying a property.
Raising loan.
So financial investments, investment activity. CFI. We did CFO, CFI, CFF.
Selling
Financing,
and
investment,
investments.
and operating.
Ma'am, I thought it is investment activity. So
It is raising a loan. So life of bus is only for 5 years. The total value of the bus is 50 lakhs. Then what will be the depreciation rate?
20%.
Life of bus is only for 5 years. The total value of the bus is 50 lakh. Then what will be the depreciation rate? So 1% told 20%.
Yes, ma'am, it's 20%.
yes, ma'am.
It is 20%. If debt is 76% of the total cost of the equipment, then what percentage of equity will be required?
24%.
What about others?
Ma'am, can you explain question number 11? How did you get that?
So life of bus is only for 5 years. So, 1 second. How did you do, girls? Please tell.
Ma'am,
How did you tell it is 20%?
50 lakhs divided by 5. Then you'll get
50
10
lakhs.
lakhs. 10 lakhs. Then you'll get 10 lakhs. Then you can put 10 lakhs by 50 lakhs into 100%. You'll get 20%.
Hmm.
You can directly put 100 by 5. You'll get 20%.
Got it, ma?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So the answer is 24% if it is 76% of total cost of equipment. To convert rows into columns, what function you use? Transcend, transverse, transpose, transport.
Transpose.
What about others? Only one person
Transport.
answered. It is transpose. Dash works on the Boolean method. It returns one value if a specified condition evaluates to true and another value if it evaluates to false. Was function, if function,
If.
choose function, index.
If.
If function.
If function.
Correct. If function. XYZ company is planning to sell its surplus equipment. This transaction should most likely be classified as investing, operating, financing, none.
Operating.
Testing.
Investing, ma'am.
Operation.
Investing. So let's see. Investing. Correct. A reduction in the value of an asset over time due in particular to wear and tear, loss, appreciation, depreciation, expense.
Depreciation.
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 See, this one everybody are answering. Depreciation, correct? Which of the following is a residual claim on a company's resource? Owner's equity, assets, liabilities, net income.
It will be either in net income or assets. Mostly net income. No,
Okay,
no
what
ma'am.
about
Owner's
others?
equity.
Owner's equity, ma'am.
Owner's equity.
Well, one person is answering in the dreams only. It is owner's equity. Which of the following is the most accurate statement regarding the financial model? Excel containing historical financial data, basic calculation tool, a decision making tool, Excel spreadsheet with numbers. Financial modeling means it regards to
It regards to data, so it should be Excel containing historical financial data. Maybe.
It
Ma'am,
is a
it's maybe
decision
a
making tool.
decision-making tool.
sorry,
Decision
It's
making
maybe
tool.
decision-making tool.
it is a decision making tool. XYZ company is planning to buy in buying the okay likely to be classified. XYZ company is planning to buying its surplus equipments. So planning to buy. This transaction should most likely be classified as CFI, CFF, CFO, none.
Investing.
Fine.
CFI.
JFI.
So answer is correct. It is CFI, investment. XYZ, a company has beginning inventory of rupees 10,000 and new purchase rupees 45,000 and ending inventory is rupees 35,000. Find the cost of goods sold. 20,000, 25,000, 30,000, 22,000.
20,000.
20,000.
Okay, let's see. It is 20,000. Which of the following function will use to find the multiples of number? Power, maximum, high, highest.
Power.
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 So power function we use. When would a company collect cash from a customer and not recorded as revenue? Gym membership, magazine subscription, web-based subscription, all of them.
Ma'am, all of them.
All of them, ma'am.
All of them. Very good. Which of the following is not a debt? Notes payable, account payable, long-term debt, short-term debt. Not a debt.
Account payable.
Notes, notes payable.
Notes payable.
Notes payable.
It is notes
Notes
payable.
payable.
Shortcut key for copy, Control A, Control B, Control C, Control D.
Control
Control
plus
C.
Control.
Control C.
Control C.
Control
Control
C.
C.
Very good. Horizontally placed cell is called as column. True or false?
False.
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 So that answer is wrong. So horizontally placed cells is called as rows. So here they have given it wrong in Excel. 26th one. Which function in Excel tells how many numeric entries are there? So num, count, sum, check
Count.
num.
Count.
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 Count, ma'am.
Second one, correct. So in this only, it's very clear, girls. So wantedly, there will be 2-3 answers which will be wrong. ABC Private Limited issued common stock. The transaction should mostly like to be classified as financing, operating,
Operating.
investing, expense.
Operating.
Operating.
It is financing. So
Ma'am,
here it
if
is
it is
wrong.
stock, ma'am,
Sorry,
it's
if it is,
Ma'am,
operating only, no,
stock is
ma'am.
nothing but shares, no ma'am.
yeah, I told no. Wantedly, sometimes they give wrong answers. A company purchased inventory with cash. What is the most likely effect of the transaction on the accounting equations? Assets decrease and liabilities increase. Asset increase and equity decrease. Assets increase and asset decrease. Asset increase and liability increase.
Third
Asset
option,
increase and
Asset
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 decrease.
increase
increase
and
and
asset
asset.
decrease.
Asset
Uh, w-
increase.
why everybody are telling together? Asset increase. The third option. First, second, third, fourth. Which option?
Third option.
Third.
Third.
Third one.
Okay. Third option, correct. So this question paper, we give it for portal. So portal, most of the time, what they do is, we will wantedly will give some 2-3 wrong answers. So why? Because it's a trick. Okay. So this question paper, it is something which is being sent to the portals. Okay, that type of question paper. So that's why here there are some wrong answers being given here. So I don't know how the question paper will be for you, but whatever you know, whatever you understand, you give that one answers. Let's see. Vertically arranged cells is called row.
False.
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 So let's see what they have given here.
False.
So they have given true. To keep only column constant in a cell G7, which dollar sign would you use?
Third
First,
option.
second. Okay, that is absolute reference. So $G, $7. Your column and row both is locked. So what about others?
Third option,
And
ma'am.
third option. Third option.
So to keep only column constant. Here I am not talking about row and column.
For second
To
option, ma'am.
keep to keep only column constant, it is second option, $G. G is the column. So I am locking. G means I'll get the dollar symbol before G. Okay, here 7 is released and column is locked. It is second one. Inbuilt function used to remove unwanted spaces between word. Slim, trim, cut, clean. Text function. It is trim function. Okay, so unwanted spaces, if I wanted to remove in Excel, we use trim function. An interest rate is 5% for 3 years and present value is rupees 100. Find the future value. First, second, third, fourth. Which one?
115.76.
The fourth option.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see. It is the fourth option. Unearned fees are most likely to be categorized as expense, income, asset, liability.
Asset.
Unearned fees.
Liability.
Income.
Expense.
It's liability.
Ma'am, unearned, no, ma'am. We have not yet earned it. So if how
Yeah.
can it be a liability, ma'am? We are earning the
Because
fees,
you're
but
yet
we've
to
not yet
earn.
earned. We are yet to earn.
Hmm.
Ma'am, we've
So,
not yet received the fees. So it will be
hmm.
an asset, no, ma'am.
But we have provided the service.
Yes, ma'am, we've provided the service, but then we've not yet received the fees. So it will be an asset. Bills receivable, all that will be assets only, no, ma'am. So like this also fees receivable will be asset only.
Okay.
It can't be
Might be.
liability.
Maybe they have given the wrong answer there. Shortcut key for bold. Control A, Control B, Control C, Control D.
Control
Control
B.
B.
2. Control B. All formulas in Excel starts with.
Is equal to.
Is equal to.
Very good.
Is equal
So
to.
let's see. Is equal to. Invested rupees 1000 for 5 years at the rate of 10%. Find the future value.
Ma'am, first option.
Okay. What about others?
Yes, ma'am, first option.
It is the first option. That is 1,61,051 rupees. After 5 years, the investment was rupees 1000. What will be the present value if the rate of interest is 10%?
Ma'am. 620, ma'am. First option.
Yes, ma'am, first option.
It is first one, 620. You will receive rupees 10,000 each year for 5 years. The interest rate is 9%. How much is the worth of your receipts today?
Ma'am, can you please explain how we have to solve it?
You will receive rupees 10,000 each year for 5 years. Interest is 9%. How much is the worth of receipt today? So it will be present value equals PV. So present value rate is how much? 9%, comma N per 5 years. Then PMT, have they mentioned any PMT? No. Future value, so you will receive. So I'm going to receive 10,000. It is for end of the period. So what is the worth of your receipts today? They are asking. It is 6499. This one. So let's see. So understand the question. It will be a little bit twisted. That's it. Next, the function that counts only the blank cells. Count A, count blank, count if, count.
Count blank. Count blank.
It is second, count blank. Very good. What is the shortcut key for find? Control E, Control R, Control K, Control F.
Control F.
Very good. It is Control F. The time value of money is also referred as present value, future value, disconnected value, discounted value, upper value.
Discounted value.
It is discounted value. Very good. Depreciation value will be added in cash flow statement calculation. Yes? No?
Yes.
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 So it is yes. IRR means interim rate of
Internal
returns, internal
Internal
rate
rate
internal
of
rate of return.
interest rate of returns, integrated rate of returns.
Second
It
option.
is internal rate of returns. Formula for calculating debtor days. Days value 365 into debtors sales, 36 debtors into 365 divided by sales, 365 into sales into debtors, 365 divided and multiplied divided by sales and debtors.
First option.
Okay, what about others? It is fourth option, divided by. So I'm not telling anything. It is the answer what they have given there. Formula for inventory days calculation. First, second, third, fourth option.
Ma'am, second option.
So your friend, one of your friend told it is second option. It is second option. Just have a look. The answer is this. Next one. Did somebody tell something?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to ask if tomorrow is the final paper or it is just
Yes.
a test.
Tomorrow. No, 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 no. It is the final paper.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So formula for calculating creditor days.
First option.
Fourth
It is
option.
the first option. So have a look. How to calculate the inflation rate of value from year to year. Example, 10% increase. First, second,
First
third, fourth.
option. First option.
Very good. It's the first option. Net working capitals calculated on.
Current assets
Current
minus
assets
current
and current.
liabilities.
Second option.
It is the second option. How to find change in working capital.
Ma'am, first option.
So your friend is telling it is first option.
Third
I think
option.
it's the third option.
It is third option. So this is the answer. Formula for interest calculation in debt schedule. Which one is the answer? Formula for interest calculation in debt schedule. So many debt schedule we have solved.
First
Ma'am,
option.
can you please explain once?
Formula for interest calculation in debt schedule. It is current year opening loan amount into rate of interest, right? So in the debt schedule we did know. Yesterday also we solved one debt schedule in the premium bus service.
Yes, ma'am.
So we took the current year loan amount into rate of interest, which is the function used to calculate EMI or EAI, PV, FV, PMT, IRR.
PMT.
PMT. Very good. Full form of NPV.
Second option. Net present value.
What about others? Your friend is telling it is net present value. It is net present value. Formula for IRR.
First option. Oh no, second.
Second option.
It is first option. So IRR, total cash flows of all the years. cash flow statement. On that only we were doing the IRR. Formula for NPV.
Second option.
Formula. So your friend is telling that it is second option. About others?
Ma'am, I think it's first option.
It is second option.
Ma'am, can you
Just
please
have a look.
explain how it is second option?
So NPV, net present value, I wanted to find. So here I'm going to take the discounting rate. So the formula will be discounting rate, total cash flows except the year 0. So how much ever years are there except the 0, I'm going to take the other years plus year 0 cash flow value. So this is what we are going to take, right? NPV.
Okay, ma'am.
Which option will be applied for arranging the values as ascending and descending order? Alignment, filter, sort, insert.
Filter.
Ascending and descending order.
Sort.
It is sort. Which option is used to display only the relevant data based on text-wise, color-wise?
Filter.
Okay, let's see. It is filter. Is it possible to fill up the blanks in between the table data by using special filter feature?
No.
We can. Which is the function is used to find things in a table or range of row? Find, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, replace.
Find.
Find. Find, ma'am.
It is HLOOKUP. Which is the function is used to find things in table on the range of column?
We look up.
Correct. Very good. Which functions gives counting the numbers of filled cells? Count, countif, count a, count blank.
Count A.
Count.
Count a. Very good. So we are done. So 60 questions we have revised. So hopefully now you must have got some idea about how the exam will be. So the link will be shared. So you need to attend the link. Okay. So in the group, they will share the link. You need to take up with the exam. Okay. So you need not have to join the class and all. It will be shared. So the instructions also it will be given. It will be in Google Sheet. Okay. So once after that, you need to post the feedback. How was the class was? Okay. In the group, you just mention your name and how you felt about the class. Was useful for you? You gained some knowledge, insight about what is financial modeling. Just pass the feedback in the group. Okay. So hopefully
Ma'am, what is the passing marks?
it is 50%.
Okay, ma'am.
It will be for 100 marks. 60 questions will be there. So it will be something like this: Excel and both financial modeling. So some things will be related to the financial statements as well as the calculation based also. So you just be prepared how it can be in the mobile. If you have this MS Office, this one Office 365 app, then you will be able to do this calculations. You can open Excel and you can try it out. In case if anybody is not having or not using the laptop, they can download that app, and if you wanted to use like this any functions they have given, so you can try it out over there. You can access Excel in your mobiles also.
Ma'am, will you
Okay.
share this file with us?
No. We are not supposed to share this. It is just a revision class. We are not supposed to show you any question papers also. But you did not had any idea about how the questions will be. So what are the answers it might be, how it will be. So that's why it's a model question paper. I told no, we upload it for the portals like NICT portal, the student who joined the center, right? So for them. So it is one such type of question paper. I cannot share it, but that's why I have taken a lot of time. So I wanted you people only to analyze and answer the questions. So in those few things, wantedly they have given the wrong answers. So that is for some tricks. So there in the Google Sheet, I don't know how it will be. Okay. So very much similar to this questions only. So like this only the questions will be, as I told, it will be based on Excel. It will be based on calculation, financial statements, and financial modeling as well. So you can use the calculator to in order to do the calculations. So if any time like a PMT function or rate you wanted to check, you can download this Office 365 mobile app, and you can use Excel in that. In the mobile also you can access. Okay. So hope it was helpful. You got some idea about what is financial modeling, how it works, and how Excel works, and how to calculate the financial statements. If we take apart from the case studies, so we did with many balance sheet or financial statements also. Hopefully it was very much helpful, and hopefully you were able to understand whatever I was teaching. And thank you so much for having the patience and listening. So all the very best for your future, and all the very best for your upcoming exam. That is tomorrow's exam. Study well, make your parents and your teachers feel proud about you. Okay. Any doubts apart from this, girls?
No, ma'am.
So any doubts you can ask. Shall I close this?
Yes, ma'am.